Welcome back to the channel, guys. I guess we'll call this one, you know, part of the Thrifty Kniffy Show Us Your Schrade Open Tag Part 2. I had a lot of comments. A lot of people were saying that they wanted to see even more Schrade knives or calls to see my whole collection. And I do have quite a few of these knives, and I do love showing them off and sharing them with you guys. So we're going to go through, these are the ones that I didn't show on the first one. So it's not going to be like the entire collection all out at once. In fact, if I was going to do that, the best I could do is sub collections and show, several versions of the same knife at once, because it would be just too much to put on the whole board. But as you can see, we're starting off with a sharp finger again, but this is the 152 OTL, the L standing for large. So this is for the bigger sharp finger. As you can see, it has a much bigger handle. The blade is about an inch longer. So instead of, I think the other one is 3.3 inches, and this one's right at 4 or 4.1. Really big handle, lanyard hole, just a fantastic one. This one is customized. This one came to me from the incredible Stuart Harvey, such a great friend to knife channels everywhere. He had this knife. He put his patented sharpening choil in it, gave it one of his custom edges. You can't ask for more. I mean, this thing is fantastic. Comes with a nice leather sheath, which he lovingly oiled and conditioned. So yours may vary in color. I think he said this took like 3 coats of mineral oil. But just, a really nice sheath, one that's definitely worthy of being carried afield. If you're interested in this knife as a hunting or skinning knife, it's great. As a EDC fixed blade, I think it's a fantastic choice, because you just can't go wrong. I mean, it's going to work. Speaking of work, one of the things that Schrade and Old Timer always were about was the working man. And I have a couple of their TL29 pattern knives. So here's the regular Old Timer, and as you can see, it has a really nice hawkbill blade on it, which is very handy for gardening, for electrical work, for all kinds of stuff. It's really a very nice blade to have. And the way that it sticks up, it does have a half stop. The way that it sticks up here, even if you're wearing gloves, if it was cold out or something, you can get a hold of that blade. You have the typical combination screwdriver and wire stripper, and of course it has the liner lock. These are still very handy tools for electricians or anybody that may be doing a little bit of work around the house or in the garden. It's pretty good too. Let me see. Let me throw the hawkbill out there. It should fit right in there. The other one I have, this is kind of a cool transition knife, because this is the Old Timer with a different badge on it. But this was when the first year, this is the Schrade Tough series, and this came out when Taylor and Company bought Schrade. So this knife, if we can get the thing, it says it was made in China in 05. So this is first year production for this, and you can see the little stamp there with the model, the 2165 OT. So it's kind of cool because it's a historical piece. And then it had this little Romex cutting knife. So very interesting, very different from most other blades that you're going to see. Of course, this locks with the liner lock. So really kind of a very interesting piece of history there. In fact, here, since we got the hawkbill out, I'll put out the little Romex blade next to it. But yes, a completely different shield than the regular Old Timer shield, and a different blade set for sure. So that always makes it interesting when you're a collector to have different covers or different blade set. Now this one you guys will recognize as just a trapper. This is the 95 OT, so it is a standard trapper. So you have your standard clip point, and you have the spay. So very nice. And the reason that this one is kind of important is that the next one that we're going to show is the 94 OT, which is their smaller trapper. So if you see them side by side, bolster to bolster, you can see that they're a lot slimmer and a lot shorter. And these guys, I think, are a very handy size, excuse me, a very handy size to have in pocket. Let me set that down. So again, you're going to have your clip, which this is a more of a Turkish clip, and you'll have your spay blade. And the covers in this one are in desert ironwood. So really nice covers, especially if you like seeing wood covers on a knife. You know, a lot of different grain and different textures and stuff going on here. So it's all very pretty, I think. Really a nice knife. We'll set that guy over here, and we'll get this guy over here. We'll throw out the spay blade. I have a couple other of the 94 OT series. Here's their one in the yellow synthetic, because you've just got to have a yellow trapper. I mean, that just goes without saying. And you don't see very many old timers in the yellow synthetic. So that's also, you know, something that I think is an interesting variation that you're going to find. We'll see if we can set that guy right about there. And then the last one, also in wood. This is in that, you know, pack of wood, or, you know, I forget, laminated wood. There you go, laminated wood. This is the Old Timer 94 OTH. So this is with the D2 steel blades, which is a nice upgrade. And you can, let's see here on the back, it does say D2. It's hard to see in the light, but the 94 OTH, just a fantastic work knife. I love the Heritage series. I think D2 is an awesome upgrade from the, most of these blades are 7CR or a 440 or a 420. You know, just a fantastic knife. Really like the Heritage series. Definitely one of my favorites. The generational is cool too, with the 1095, but I don't have one of those in the folding knives. Now here's one that Thrifty showed. This is the 194 OT, and this is a single bladed version of the 94. It comes with the liner lock, and it's just the clip by itself. Really handy pocket knife. If you're looking for a one and done, but you want a more traditional locking knife than a modern knife will get you, I think this is a good choice. That's oh, actually I'm going to leave it open. What am I doing? Folding it up. But yeah, this is a really cool knife. A knife, again, that I learned about through Stuart Harvey. He helped out with that. So we'll slide this guy up here in between those two. What do you know? It fits like a dream. Now let's switch off a little bit and look at some other brands that they have, including this one here, which is the Imperial Sodbuster Junior size knife. This is probably the IMP 22. It comes in black, comes in yellow. I think it might even have a red version. These knives are a steal. These are fantastic knives. I love the Sodbuster pattern. It's an awesome one. And this is usually selling for right around $10. I mean, I think when I bought this, it was $7. I don't know what they're going for now, but I still think they're under 10. This is a bargain all day long. If you want to try out a Sodbuster, if you want to try out a slip joint, you get one of these and you just can't go wrong. I mean, this is a solid traditional pattern. It's been around for hundreds of years. Fantastic action. The spring is good. No half stop on this one, but just a great knife. And a lot of people have reviewed these knives. They are absolutely fantastic. Let's see if we can fit him right here at the top of the board. Another brand that they had during the years was the Hammer brand, and Schrade made these. And it's kind of cool because they left these marks on the blade, so it looks like it came out of a hammer forge, or somebody was hammering on it on an anvil. But this is just a really cool little knife. It says Imperial, and this is from when they were in Providence, Rhode Island. This is a USA made one. I did a video on it because I found this in a antique store, and this I'd never seen anything like this particular knife, and checked it all out, and I thought it was really cool. And I like I said, hadn't seen any. When I researched it, these were made in the early to mid 70s, so still in good shape. So definitely check out those secondhand stores, and you can find some really good knives. This one is just, it's a really nice little knife. I liked it. It's got the black shell covers, and it's a shell cover because it, as you can see, the little tabs in there. It's actually just a actual cover that's there that's tabbed into place. So really kind of cool. Something they did a lot in the older days. Let's see if we can fit this one right in here. I'm running out of room again, but you guys love it. I know you do. Now let's go back to the Schrade 34OT. This is a USA made one. This is one I had Mark Kaufman do a resto on me, and he did a nice patina on the blades. This one, who knows when it was made, but carbon steel, made in the US. Just a fantastic little knife. It's just it's just great. I love the 34OT. Like I said in the comments, if you guys didn't go back and see all of them, this was like my first real pocket knife. I was probably about 15 years old is when I got a 34OT, and I carried it in my pocket every day until I went to the service. I left it at home. That original one is gone. Who knows where, but I found this one on eBay. It wasn't in great condition, but I got it at a good price. Mark did a fantastic job cleaning it up, doing a nice patina on the blades, and it's just, it's an analog for that knife. It's something that I had once that, if I ever find a nicer version of it, I probably will get one. Let me see if I can get this in camera. There we go. Another 34 OT. This is in bone, so I had to get one in bone with the fancy match strike pulls, the ringed bolsters. Just a fantastic little knife, but I had to get the dressed up version because you just had to. It's one of those things. But yeah, nice big chunks of bone on this. It makes it really thick, makes it really nice in hand to use, and just really a very pretty knife. And yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough room for all of these. I got a couple more. Another 34 OT. This one came in that clam pack with a sharp finger. You got this one, and you got a that little two-bladed equal end. So it has this, when you see numbers like this on a Schrade, that means they came in a clam pack, for anybody that's not a collector. Uh, but yeah, if you see anything like that, if it doesn't say, like a 3 or 4 digit, well, actually a 2-digit, 1-digit numbers and OT, and then yeah, if you see a whole bunch of stuff that starts in a 1, that means it was with something else. But it was a really cool pack. They came, and the nice thing about it was that they had the wooden covers, laminated wood again, or pack of wood. So it's a nice knife. It's a great user knife. It was just a different variation of this. So let me set him there. This next one, this was a gift from my daughter, and so that makes it special to me. And what's cool is it comes in this little itty bitty pouch sheath, which actually is really comfortable, a lot more comfortable than I thought. But this knife here, this is the Mountain Beaver Junior, and it's really cool because it has two different kinds of wood. It has a ebony on top and a rosewood on the bottom, and or vice versa. Yeah, rosewood up here and ebony here. It has this nice, metal transition. Just a really super handy lockback, and this comes in 2 different sizes. You can get the larger one. This is the junior size, and it is the what is that? I can't even focus on this thing. I think it's a 28 OT. Yeah, 28 OT. And just a fun little knife. It still gives you enough that you can grab on. It does have a lanyard if you like to put a lanyard on your knives. Small enough to drop in a pocket, or you can use the little sheath. And what's fun about the sheath is that really, any smaller knives that you want to carry, that if you don't want to carry it in your pocket, you can put it in that, and it fits just fine. So you can get all kinds of stuff in there. So there you go, guys. This is the rest of the collection. You guys wanted to see it. This is all I have for Imperial, Schrade, and Old Timer and Hammer brands. I hope you enjoyed walking down memory lane with me, because this was a lot of fun. Thank you again, Thrifty, for an awesome tag. I think this is the first time I've ever done a part 2 to a tag. So, it's a first for everybody. Anyways, I will see you in the next one. Be sure to catch my lives on Sunday. We always have a lot of fun. And it's kind of cool because usually I can pull 1 or 2 other YouTubers on there with me, and we can have a good time. So be sure to check that out on Sunday. I'll put out a notification on the community page, but it's Sundays at 10:30 a.m. Pacific. So I hope to see you there, and I would really enjoy having your company. We'll talk to you later, guys.